Hello, people. It's Gino here from RealEverydayEnglish.com. I'm here with my brother from another mother, Rodrigo, for another episode of Great English News Report. I'm sat in the summer sun, not summer sun, winter sun. You would think it was summer by looking at it. Rodrigo, how are you?
I'm well. I'm very well. And it's
Good.
great number 8, so I'm happy. 8 months now.
Yeah, it's number 8.
Yeah.
I'm having problems seeing you, because I live in such a sunny country, England. We have too much sun here.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
That's the problem I've got today. Well,
Yeah.
anyway, I'm looking forward to seeing your recording for this episode of Great.
Mhm.
So let's crack on. Let's do that.
Of course. See, hello, this is Rod, and I'm here today to talk about the UK or England, if you prefer. This month's topic for great. Gino and I have to talk about each other's countries. So, of course, I'm going to talk about the UK. I'm going to talk about some of my favorite things about the country. But before I begin, I have to put a disclaimer here. I've never been to the UK or Europe before. So I'm going to talk about things that I can experience from the distance, like music, like punctuality, like some places I want to be, some cities I want to visit. That's what I'm going to talk about. First of all, I want to talk about England's music. I think that English music has one of the biggest names. Some of them passed away. I can start by the Beatles. They are awesome. Their music is flawless. They were together for 10 years, and those 10 years were precious. And I think some of their songs are amazing. I could spend like 2 hours naming their songs here, but I'm gonna pick some of my favorites. I'm gonna start with one that some people might think it is a cliche, but I think it isn't. Yesterday. I think Yesterday is a masterpiece, but my very favorite is The Fool on the Hill. And I think when Paul McCartney composed Fool on the Hill for the Abbey Road album, which has that iconic art cover where they are crossing the street from the Abbey Road studios. All that controversy around if Paul was dead or not, which ended up being just a rumor, and people were trying to find clues if he was alive or not. One other thing I want to talk about English music is that I really, really liked Amy Winehouse. I think she was a great singer. Although she had a very short career in music, she was a genius and she had a unique voice. Also, I want to talk about Sting from The Police. I think the guy is amazing. Oasis, one of my favorite English bands. They're not together anymore. The Gallagher brothers, correct me if I'm wrong. I think that music in the UK is amazing. We have now Adele and James Blunt. They're all amazing. And also, I couldn't stop this topic without mentioning Coldplay. They are awesome. I think that Viva la Vida is a masterpiece. Punctuality. I think that being punctual, as much as the English are, is something amazing. To be respectful, to be considerate with the other person who's waiting for you. And also, I need to talk about the English language, the English of the English, because the expressions, the pronunciations to some words, I didn't have the chance when I was learning English to choose in between British English or American English because I come from a country town, as everybody knows. I didn't have the chance to choose, but now that I have a best friend from England who I can talk to, learn about their culture, learn about words. And one other thing that I want to talk about the British culture is their humor. The humor of British people is just like the humor of Brazilian people. When they want to make people laugh, we have the same kind of banter. There's a series that you can watch. It's called The Office. You can compare. There's the British version and the American version. You can watch both and take your own conclusions and judgments. I watched both, and I like both, but there are some parts that I like the British one better. And I'm going to tell you a bonus. When I travel to England for the first time, there are some places that I want to be. Manchester, the north of England, London, if I have the chance. But I also want to visit some places like Bristol. I want to have the chance to go there with my wife, visit the landmarks. That's a dream that I want to fulfill. And also, I have to confess to you guys that I really love museums and art, and the UK is full of those. Visit the castles, the Queen's home country. I hope you liked it. Thank you. See you. Thanks, Gino. Take it away, my friend.
Hello people, it's Gino here with my segment for this month's episode of Great. I've got to tell you before I start talking that I have a cold, I'm full of a cold. I'm a little bit sniffly and my head's hurting a little bit, I've got a headache. So hopefully that doesn't come across too much in the video. You can probably hear that I'm a little bit bunged up in the nose. I'm actually using some artificial lighting today because it's really rainy in the UK and the clouds are so dark outside that there isn't much natural light to work with. So I've got a cold and I've got this light shining in my face which is burning my retinas out as we speak, but I'm going to try and do my best. It's a pleasure to be working with Rodrigo again, and it's also a pleasure to be speaking about Brazil as a country. I have to say that I don't feel in any way worthy of speaking about Brazil as a country because for one, I've never been, and for two, I really don't feel that I can do it justice, because it's such an amazing place and the people there are so amazing as well, and the culture and everything that goes with it, the food. So I don't feel like I'm going to be able to do it justice. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to focus on some of the things that personally I would like to see if I went to Brazil, and also I'm going to be mentioning somebody who I remember from my childhood, a very famous Brazilian person who I'm sure you've heard of. So let's do this. Okay, so the first thing that I would really love the opportunity to visit and to see and to experience with my own two eyes and the rest of my senses is the statue Christ the Redeemer. Not only is this an amazing statue in an amazing location that has amazing views, but as a Christian it also has very spiritual significance for me as well. So I hope that God willing, one day I get the opportunity to be there and soak up that atmosphere, see the statue, and also look out from that mountain over the lovely view of Rio de Janeiro. So the second thing that comes to my mind when I think about Brazil or I speak about Brazil is the famous football player who we call Ronaldo. And I believe his full name was Ronaldo Luis Naziaro. Now, I didn't know that until I googled it today, but that was his full name. But he's an extremely famous and extremely talented footballer. I think he's probably in that list of the best footballers that have ever lived. And obviously when I was younger and I used to watch the World Cup and other tournaments such as this, he was a big name back then when I was in my teenage years and I was a child. And of course in the UK, I don't know if they showed it in your country, but there was the famous advertisement. I forgot what it was advertising. It was a famous advertisement and the Brazilian football team were in the airport and they started to kick the ball around and pass it around, doing lots of fancy tricks. And there's the scene at the end where Ronaldo takes the shot and he blasts it and he misses the terminal gate. He just misses it, it hits the post, and they're all like that. But it was a great advert, and he's a very talented footballer, unbelievable. Okay, number 3. Something else I would really enjoy the opportunity, or I would really like the opportunity to experience there in Brazil, is Brazil Carnival. I think that would be an experience and a very good one at that, to see the extravagant costumes and the music and food, and to watch people dancing and all of the things that bring joy to the soul. I'm sure that would be an amazing experience, and again, God willing, hopefully in the future I get that opportunity. Number 4, something else I would really jump at the opportunity to experience is Brazilian beaches. I know they have some really beautiful beaches over there. Living in the UK, our beaches are nice, but they're different in comparison to Brazilian beaches. They're just they're different, but the Brazilian beaches are just much more beautiful from what I've seen. Obviously, the climate here in the UK is more cold, so we don't have that bright blue water and the white sand. We don't get that, so the beaches in Brazil would be an amazing experience. And there's something about when I can see the water, it kind of anchors my soul. And there's a Bible verse in Romans that says, since the creation of the world, what may be known about God can be seen through his creation, through everything that has been made. And when I'm on a beach and I can see the water and I can see the blue sky and the clouds and the sun, that verse always comes to my mind, because it's such a profound verse. It's simple but profound, in my opinion anyway. Okay, number 5, and this is the last one on my list. But another place, another thing that I would like to see and experience is Sugarloaf Mountain. I was looking at the pictures of that mountain, and not only is it an impressively shaped mountain, but I can imagine being sat on the top of there. And one of the things that I really like to do that really brings joy to my soul is to sit at altitude and look out at the views, not only at the natural world, but obviously cities, buildings and stuff. And then there's another level to that. So I like doing it during the daytime, but then what's even more impressive, what I really enjoy doing, is sitting on the top of a high place at night time, looking over a city, and you can see all the lights. And I sit there sometimes and think, imagine all the people going about their daily lives in that city, and you don't know anything about that. And it's really good. So yeah, another thing about Sugarloaf Mountain that I can see is that they have the cable cars going up to the top of the mountain, and I really like to go in cable cars as well. So yeah, hopefully someday I get to ride in the cable car, maybe with my friend Rodrigo, and we can have a talk and look over the views. And that is all from me for my section for Great this month. We're going to cut over to the outro with me and Rod talking, but I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you people soon. God bless. Bye-bye. Ciao.
Okay, welcome back, Rodrigo. Thank you for your input into today's video. Some awesome inputs there, my friend. I really hope one day that I get to visit your country and you get to visit mine. What do you think about that?
Of course, I hope in the near future you can come down, and also I can go there. And I really liked the things that you said about Brazil. And it's a great country. And the things that I said about England were things that I really enjoy, like music and the things that I said, But I really hope that we can meet very soon.
Yeah, definitely in person.
Yeah,
Although the travel restrictions need to lift before we can
yeah,
do that.
yeah,
But yeah, I'm hoping so too.
yeah.
Have you got anything else you want to say before we finish this episode?
I just want to thank everybody who's watching and saying that I really like to go ahead with this project with you. And it's amazing. And see you next month. All right?
I second that. Thank you everybody for watching, and thank you everybody for your continued support, not only on my channel, but for supporting my friend Rod. Ciao for now. God bless. See you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.